Okay, well, we'll start. I will start in Spanish first. Okay, I will translate it a little bit. Vichy was a little surprised with the election of the opening.
Okay, I will just do it in English also.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Well, basically, I just went in for some middle game. I mean, this line is not very forcing. It's not a typical knight off line, but you get an interesting position. I don't know if knight f4 is a mistake, but at least it clarifies the situation very quickly. Perhaps you could have waited a bit longer with knight f4. After that is a question of whether my knight arrives on d5 in time, or he can get his counterplay on the queen side in time, on the king side in time. So if black gets something like queen h3, rook h4, and rook h1, rook back to f4, rook f1, rook back to h4, this sort of thing, then it's a draw. But if he's not in time and my knight gets to d5, then too many key squares vanish. And after that, I'm not sure. I was not very happy with this ditching the h3 pawn and going for the. But I didn't see any other real way to make progress. I thought he defended at this point rook h5, rook h4. All these moves were very difficult to find. At least I didn't find them, and he found them pretty fast. And then I don't know what was happening. I was not even sure that I was better anymore, because once you lose the f3 pawn, the h and g pawns are also incredibly strong. But surprisingly, it turns out that this move queen a6 is not only a shot for counterplay, but maybe white's better. But I simply have no idea what the evaluation is anymore. The position is really very complicated. I saw some beautiful lines. He saw many, but I can't say exactly what was happening. But okay, I suppose I always had my chances.
Okay, Alexander, tell us something about the game, please.
Well, I don't know. I had a normal position after the opening. Then I agree that knight f4 is a very immature move. And then okay. Then when I forgot about this rook b3 move and was forced to push b5, I already thought that I'm losing. So I had an absolutely different evaluation of my position. I thought I was losing, and I was just trying to create some practical chances. And okay, basically maybe it reflected the way I was thinking, because I was absolutely sure that my position is lost, and I was just hoping to create some practical chances. And so that's why maybe I didn't consider some normal options for black. And after we pass the time control, I guess both rook g2 and rook g1 are strong enough to win. So at least I also didn't see what to do after rook g2, after rook g1. And after rook g2, maybe I had some chances, but I also didn't find any.
Okay, questions, please.
Vishay, what do you feel now? And if possible, don't speak about the tournament will not end, and blah blah blah.
Okay, ¿cómo se siente el maestro Vichy ahora en este momento?
Sorry, but tournament not ended, blah, blah, blah.
How did you feel when you played rook e5?
May I please?
How did you feel when you noticed the move rook e5 when you played rook e5?
No, of course, I was quite relieved here. I mean, I could also, instead of rook c4, play b4, gain one move, and then go for e7, and sack the knight for one pawn, and so on. It must be trivial, but at the board you start to wonder if anything is trivial anymore. And then I found rook c4, and I was very happy when, because the whole plan, knight e3 is the key move. My first idea was knight f4. I thought that was also winning, but g6, and suddenly it slipped away. But when I found knight e3 and then I checked it, then I understood it was over. So.
Does knight e3 win without taking the bishop, without rook c4, just like knight e3 right away?
It's possible, but what am I getting at? I mean, if black plays g5, sooner or later I'll have to play e7, so I might as well get it over with in this order. I mean, the advantage of rook c4 is if he goes back to d6, I have even maybe rook c6, but anyway, e7 is winning and coming back. So.
Okay, questions? Alexander, for the rest of the tournament, what are your expectations? What do you think for the rest of the tournament?
Well, I think we have another hero here to ask.